for show, just so you know. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. on 2nd and 13. Herbert, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Set him back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs him up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points will put on the board.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 6. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Asante Samuel Jr. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Herbert on 1st down now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. Their first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On first down, Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. It's a run for Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On third down, it's Williams. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On first down, it's Herbert. That's swung out wide to Harris. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's brought in by Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. This one swung out to Williams. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash, this from 53. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things is it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Isaiah Simmons in there to get him. And that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll look to throw. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that
going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Back to throw again. On the move to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that'll make this a 19-point game. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Here's Herbert. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on second down. Herbert. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 49 yards. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Lutt's good on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. They'll look to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert, throw left side, complete. That's Goodwin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Dancing to his left. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, Why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because There are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals.